How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to Katawa Shoujo. In the previous part, we learned that Higoro and Hideki are going on a trip, and so we'll be watching over Shizune while we try to figure out what's wrong with Misha. Honestly, to be honest with you guys, Misha's becoming much of a nuisance, so I hope we get to help end her depression in a good way. Hopefully she's the same character as we all love and hate. I hate her. I don't know about you guys. Taking Shizune's lack of reply as admission, Misha sighs. Chichan, is that all you ever think about? Okay, the first few seconds we start this, and literally she walks out. That escalated quickly. Before Shizune can reply, she leaves. I have to say, I'm not left feeling very confident after what just happened. Neither of us were expecting it to go smoothly, but it would have been nice. Reading my mind, Shizune curls a finger around her glasses for a while before signing. I know what you're thinking, but no, it's not that I think we should give her some space now. I told you I wouldn't give up so easily. Yeah, well, now I'm starting to wonder if it's not too soon. Cold feet? Maybe. I don't know what cold feet is. My internet's down, how should I know? I can't stitch that shit up. Well, I'm not going to. That would be giving up on her. There's a fine line between helping someone and smothering them, but I just want Misha to pull herself together and stop acting so weird. And this is okay. I know she can do it, even if she wants to try. People don't change overnight. If they could, the world would be much easier place. Okay, you would. Okay, don't fucking go all dictatorship on me. Then I guess this is the part where we split up and look for her. Though I'm the only one who is really supposed to find her. If I run into her first, I'll call you a cell phone. How does she know my— oh, what? Wait, I'm so confused. Okay, she says I'll call you on my cell phone. I thought she doesn't use a cell phone. What? Smiling, Shizune takes out her cell phone, turning it on to prepare. I notice that she has extremely high number of unread messages, and looking at her expression, so does she. Twirling around the strap of a couple of times, she grimaces. I don't like using this thing. It must be all the messages is just from her dad's hey. Just goes on and on about her rambling about something. Why can't I just snap my fingers? And then what? I'm not a dog, and it doesn't travel as far as the phone signal. You're having a lot of fun with this, aren't you? Shaking her head from side to side, she continues. It's obvious where she will go. You can't look for her on the school grounds. She would want to go as far away as she can. Shanghai. Check the tea shop? It's usually empty this early. Misha loves to go there if she feels like skipping class. And she loves the parfaits they have there. Oh my god. You really know a lot about her. But she would overthink it and turn it into something that would seem a lot more backhanded than it actually is. Oh my goodness, I can't read. So I choose to just nod and leave instead until I feel her holding onto my sleeve. What? Yeah, you can't sign what? You just say why. It's your instinct, don't worry, you get used to it. I say instinctively, forgetting that she can't hear me. It feels nice that I don't have to do it all by myself anymore, because I can trust you. I'm really happy. It makes me happy to hear it. I can't think of a way to respond and end up only nodding again. Oh! Which one's not like the other? She sticks out like a sore thumb. Oh my god. Heading outside, I catch a glimpse of pink hair behind some other girl's head. And as I head that way, I realize that this isn't the way you go if you want to leave school. It's the way to the student council room. If I wanted to avoid Shizune, I wouldn't head there. It's strange that Misha should be going in that direction then. Maybe she wants to talk things over with Shizune. In which case, I have to wonder if letting things play out naturally would be such a bad idea after all, especially if it seems to be going in a good direction. Suddenly, Misha stops and spins around, catching me by surprise. Surprise, Chan! Oh my god, were you looking for me? I had a feeling. I was going to say, hey, I was just looking for you, but I suppose that's no good now. And then she's gone! She isn't even finished with her sentence before she blows past me, heading for the exit. I have to admit that Misha is infuriating. What the fuck? I don't think that's supposed to be a word, because you can't have ing and ly together. That's like infuriatingly. Oh wait, no, that makes sense now. Sharper than I'd expected. Also surprisingly fast. I have a low IQ score. Oh wait, I want to see if there's like a thing where it's like, if there's on the internet where you get to see what your IQ score is. I want to do that and see how dumb I am. Although it's more physical activity than I think I should be getting, I managed to catch up with her halfway to the gate. You're really being the rudest woman in the world right now. Can you just stop trying to run away for 1 second? I want to talk to you. Misha turns on her heel, looking mildly amused, and raises her hands as if to tell me to go on. Now that I've got her attention though, it's hard to think of the right thing to say. Where are you going now? This thing... I fucking knew it! Can I go with you then? Waiting for her to answer feels like an eternity. It's almost as if I can hear my wristwatch ticking off the individual seconds. Okay then, Chan. Oh god. I get the sense that she only agreed because she doesn't want to argue anymore today. I don't think this is gonna turn out well. Throughout this entire, like, arc, or, act. I don't know why I said arc, act. We're just trying to cheer up Misha. I'm just a supportive character. Like, for instance, if you were to kill off a person from, anime, this is just an example, this is what I think. So, Attack on Titan, because Sony commented something about it. But anyways, so, for instance, they killed off, this is, no spoilers, I'm just, like, naming off someone. Like, for instance, they killed off one of a supporting character. For instance, Connie. Connie's a dude, just so you guys don't get it mixed up. So Connie, they killed off Connie. He was only a supportive character. He wasn't really much of a main character. So technically, with Connie, it's like Misha. If we cut ties with Misha now, she's just going to be a supportive character. But then again, Shizune, known her since ever since she came to the school, I guess. And technically, it's a best friend. That makes sense. But you gotta cut ties with some people at some point in time. Probably for the best or the worst. I don't know. I don't think about this too much. And just go with it. So, if we cut off ties with Misha at the end of this arc, or at the end of the arc. Where am I going with this? Then it will make more sense because they killed off a supportive character. Supportive characters could be easily replaced by another character, i.e. Hisao, and then it turns out to be a main character, and you can't kill off the main character because that's not good. Okay, that's enough of my rambling. When we get there, a couple comes in after us, causing Misha to jump slightly at the noise. Why does she always make that, like, I'm gonna fucking punch you in the face and run away, I'm gonna mug you right afterwards. I wanna get a group of people to mug you after you get up. It's like, that face though. Seeing that it isn't Shizune, she relaxes again, smiling almost as usual to order a parfait from Yuko, and sliding into the nearest booth. You ran off too fast. You could have at least waited to see what she was going to say. Well, of course, now she's gonna definitely mug you. Misha's angry reaction tells me it could be that she was afraid of what Shizune might say. Why are you both doing this? Why are you both doing this, Ichan? Because Shizune still wants to be your friend. I guess that for her, it's why is there no music playing? I guess for her, it's kinda like launching a nuclear missile from a submarine. You need 2 keys to do it. What else can she do though? She isn't automatically signing whatever she hears or says anymore, and I'm sure that is the reason Shizune's been having so much trouble with her. If she tried to just talk it over, you wouldn't listen. Oh my goodness. I'm trying to, like, hear music. Misha's guilty expression tells me. There you go, that was playing music. Okay, that took a while. I've hit the mark. Do you really hate Shizune that much? No, Hei-chan, I told you that. You may be running away, you may be making excuses, but fucking, it sounds like fucking a detective for some reason. I don't know, he could be a detective. He should be a detective when he's older. She answers without even flinching, idly playing with a spoon. Really? Who plays with spoons? Oh, actually, wait, I played with spoons when I was younger, never mind. Yeah, I know. I'm sure she knows it too, but I wonder if it might be easier if you did. The only thing she's really thought about for the last week is how to make you happy. Since Shizune is still attached to you yesterday though, she thought that maybe it would be the easiest for you if you just hated her. There you go, I'm gonna cut out the supporting character. Since you didn't tell her you hate her, Shizune thinks that you can both still be friends. She's like that, only thinking in extremes. Her parfait is starting to melt, the ingredients coming together in tiny rivers that remind me of the growing roots of a tree being shown through time-lapse photography. That's stupid. Shichan isn't that stupid, Achan. Don't be ridiculous. Well, can you stop making that pouty face? Seriously? Your face is gonna freeze. Really? Okay. It's got nothing. Great. Now I'm like fucking. Every time I read something with an S after it, like apostrophe S, and then I just like put an emphasis on like the next word or so. It's got. Oh my god. It got. Oh my god. It's got nothing. I think they screwed that up. It's got nothing. It sounds really weird to me. Nothing to do with intelligence. Smart people can do stupid things. And anyway, isn't it true? I was terrified last week when we talked. But at the end, I was relieved because it sounded like things might go back to normal. I wasn't expecting you to have a fight right after. It wasn't a fight, Hei-chan. It was just me yelling at her. I've noticed that Misha's voice never really changes in tone, just volume. It's so low with guilt that I could hardly believe it came from her. Either way, I was happy because I thought you and her could still be friends since she needs you. And you need her. Why does she She doesn't, Shan? No, she doesn't. So, how do you know that? There's a lot of things Shizune doesn't. Vocalize? Say? Talk about? I'm afraid if I say the wrong thing, it'll ruin the mood. I get to finally have a conversation with her and I don't want to screw it up. I wonder if this is the first time she's had an honest conversation with me. Just because she didn't tell you you doesn't mean she doesn't like you. That doesn't make sense. It makes sense? What the fuck? Yes, it does. Otherwise, she would argue back. Nope. You don't think so? She picks fights with everyone, so why not you? Obviously because you're her friend. And she values you, and Shizune is hurt too. She's just awful. She's being such a bitch right now! Laughing at his serious. Oh my god, this is why I hate this character so much! She's just awful at showing her feelings. Usually does it in the wrong way too, but she still likes you. Hey Chan, do you remember when I said I didn't want to hate Chan? Jesus, or upset her? The truth is, I ended up doing both. Now it's like there's like an awkwardness between us. It's hard to explain. Both of you are so stubborn. You were talking about how you didn't want to drift apart from Shizune, but then you're going to let it happen. And Shizune is just as bad. She wants to be your friend, but respects you too much to be as aggressive as she'd be with anyone else. And I'm sure that Misha interprets Shizune giving him space as a lack of caring. I didn't know it was my dog. I screwed up already, Hei-chan. It'll happen again. I'm sure when I think about it that way, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. It feels like either way I'll end up making things worse. Then it might be better if I didn't do anything at all, right? Don't be ridiculous. Why would you... Okay, one-sided conversation again. Why would you even think that way in the first place? Be more positive. She's always positive. Now she's like all poopy face McGee over here. And it's depressing. It should be easy for you, I want to say, but that would be presumptuous. Hei-chan, I never knew you were so optimistic. I never expected it. Well, he's full of surprises. Mm-hmm. You always act so gloomy when I try and surprise you. No, this is a recent thing. Really, I just hate it when people give up easily now. Ha ha ha. Yay. Now. What that was like now, huh? What's now, huh? It makes me mad when people give up. I used to think that giving up was kind of like running away, since that's how people always describe it, but now that I think about it, it's usually more like throwing something away. When you run away from something, you can think of it as still being there. So I was in the hospital and I didn't just want to run away from my problems, I wanted to never think about them again. Misha eats a spoonful of gray ice cream goo. Ugh, gray? Actually, you know, that makes, gray? This is like my mom always gets like these Filipino ice cream. I completely forgot the name of it. But it's like purple. It's purple, I tasted it and it was alright, and then afterwards it was like, ugh, aftertaste. Why does ice cream have an aftertaste? Did she only just remember it was there now, or could it be she likes it that way? Remember how she ate her parfait the first time? I don't know, I don't remember when she ate her parfait. Anyway, my point is, you can't do that. People are too sentimental to just throw their memories out like that. It's impossible, Shizune. Oh, Shizune can't think of life in terms of anything but winning and losing. Don't you think she wishes she didn't have to remember the parts where she loses? You can't pick and choose though. That's like wanting to live in a bubble. The worst part is, your way of thinking is so wasteful, it's making you seem so pessimistic. You're afraid of everything. Come on, really? I grab her hand as I wave Yuko over with the other to pay for our food. Jesus. Where are we going now? Back to school before lunch is over, but I want to check out a few places before then. Convenience store! Aw, damn it! Although I started feeling tired even after doing what could be described as on the level of a brisk jog at best, Misha and I eventually make it to the school. God, my goodness! To the gate of the school with a little over 10 minutes to spare. I didn't even want to really come to the school, you know? I didn't have a choice. When I got to this gate, I'm sure a part of me was thinking, what a depressing place. Yeah. There's that fucking lion again. It doesn't look depressing at all though. Well, I still thought I had everything figured out. I felt practically like another person. If I could, I'd go back and tell myself to stop thinking he can write everything off at a glance, and acting like his life is already over and he can never have fun again. Look at those trees! The school grounds are still littered with quite a few people. It's lunchtime, so it's typical. I really need to drink water before I do Katawa Shoujo. I keep forgetting about that. This is where you and Shizune had me helping you put together 2 festivals. What a lot of hard work, I thought. I don't have time for this! When I look back on it, though, I didn't do all that much. I also didn't have anything better to do. I have just spent the time alone. Oh boy. I drag her to our homeroom next, which is empty except for Mato, trying to eat a sandwich before classes resume. Every time I thought of either of you, I wish you would leave me alone, whether it was here or here. Leaving Mato to his lunch. What the fuck? They should just have just have a character, like a drawn out character of him just eating a sandwich instead of the school instead of the classroom itself. Leaving Mato to his lunch, we head for the nearby vending machine and I grab a soda while I still have 5 minutes to drink it. I spent an entire lunch period with Misha, longer than both Shizune and I have managed to find to talk to her in days. Following me to the cafeteria, trying to corner me with after half my classes. I never realized we only talked like 4 times. It really was all in my head. I only barely realized it now. What are you, like freaking going down memory lane? What are you gonna do? I remember that, Hicham, but I know where all of these places are too. Wait, let me finish my guided tour. Really? Since we're running out of time, by the way, do you want a soda? Making our way to the stairwell, I'm glad that I don't have to pull her by the hand anymore. You get dizzy on stairs, right? Yeah. Okay, so she gets motion sickness? No, not motion sickness. I have no idea. I guess just here is good enough then. I lean against the wall as Misha sits down on steps across from me. Do you ever miss the people you went to school with in an elementary or middle school? No. What the fuck? That was fast! She didn't even have to think about it. I found myself cringing reflexively. I had more friends in my old school, but I don't talk to them anymore. It almost feels like that it was another lifetime ago, which is sad, really. Sometimes I want to talk to them again, but I know I can't. I'm scared and embarrassed, things like that. They're too far away from me to go see them. Then I think about calling them, but I don't know most of their numbers. And I left on a sour note, so why would they want to see me again? It feels like I should just forget about it, but I still think about it now anyway, and regret that I didn't try harder to stay in touch somehow. And I start to think that maybe feeling like I should forget about it is wrong. It would be an insult to all those people I had fun with and a waste of all the good times. Like I said before, even if there are some bad times too, it's alright if you can look back on them as happy memories. But I didn't even think about it then, so it was like I woke up one day and realized I had no friends. I just let myself lose all my friends and it felt awful. I'd really hate it if you and Shizune ended up the same way. That's all. That's all? No. But wait, there's more! It makes me sad to think, oh my god, okay, really? Can you stop with saying makes me sad? I just like went from a happy mood to a serious, monotone, like, reading because, shit. Are you serious? Like, I get most of his points. And something's like bugging me. It just, like, most of them are the most likely chance of it happening. But Jesus, I can relate to what he's saying and I completely agree with him. This is one of these times, Isao. One of these times. It makes me sad to think that you'll do the same thing and push away your friend. Especially because you're not far away from Shizune. I mean, you even live in the same dorm. What? Ow, my knee. Friend. Yes! Friend! Aren't you my friend too, Hichan? Yeah. You slept through all of it, but the fireworks were really nice way back at the festival. My first time seeing fireworks like that, and my first time really seeing the sky in a while. And I never really looked at the stars before then either. I had thumbed through a book about them while I was in the hospital though and learned a lot. Like the stars aren't just burning, they're more like a constant chain of explosions so far away from that some of the stars I'd been seeing would have been burnt out for thousands of years already. It's that their light would only just then be reaching Earth. I saw a mock-up comparing the size of the planet to our sun and then that to our other suns. Japan wasn't even visible on the tiny Earth in that book. You know what I never realized? She looks at me expectantly. That amazingly shiny. Are you serious? It's true. Why are you doing this, Chan? Doing what? Oh, I'm not stupid. Oh, yes. I don't know, a bunch of reasons. Because you're Shizune's friend, and I liked how close you were. And maybe I'm trying to tell you that we all have our low points, but giving up is stupid. Anyway, it seems what's the trouble. This is way past 5 minutes. That's the only reason? And you're my friend. That's it? Can't I do something for no reason? You can, but I want to know. Well, what else do you want to hear? That was well over 5 minutes! The bell rings before Misha can reply, so she ends up laughing instead. What the fuck? Dude? Are you serious? Here we go! I see less of Misha in the following days, but I don't worry because when I do see her, she looks a bit more like her old self each time. Once it's clear enough that I don't have to be afraid of it being my wistful thinking coloring my perceptions, I start to relax again. Hi. I wake up very early and feeling sick on Sunday. I went to sleep too early last night too. Something's also wrong with my curtains, and they won't close completely. It's because of that I can't even attempt to go to sleep. The sun hits me in the eyes every time. I'm sure this is probably why I woke up so early this morning as well. Let me guess. Student council meeting. Being this sick and tired is a perfect storm of frustration. I'm almost glad when there's a knock at the door. He's not part of the student council.